Hello, we're gonna do a quick little session today using your foam roller. So we're gonna combine a little bit of workout, but then also a little bit of a release. So it's something that I hope that you can do once in a little while. We won't keep it very long, so we're gonna try to keep it at around 25 to 30 minutes, okay? So to begin with, we're just gonna start with a little release in the low back. So we'll start in a quadruped position. Foam roller is going to be just slightly in front of our knees. Our toes are uncurled. You can add that curl toe if it gives you a little bit more stability. And it's a nice stretch for the arch, but sometimes, especially if you've been wearing shoes and high heels or anything like that, then it's going to be a little bit tender. So you get to choose in between flat or curled toes. I'm going to keep mine curled today. So from here, my hands are placed on the foam roller. As I press that foam roller out, I'm going to allow my tailbone to go out and my thumbs to go up to the ceiling so that my shoulders open and my chest drops on through. Keeping the back of my neck nice and long. I'm going to take a nice deep inhale here. And then as I exhale, I'm going to curl the tailbone under as I bring the foam roller in. And just sit my hips back towards my heels. Palms will go down. And then exhale, I begin to press it out. Once the foam roller is past my wrist, then I'm going to open up those thumbs up to the ceiling again. Uncurl my tailbone as I drop my chest down through, keeping my abdominals slightly engaged. Inhale again, and then exhale, scoop as I begin to round up, trying to release that low back. Palms come back down again. Think of almost pressing those hips forward. And inhale as I send the foam roller out. Uncurl my tailbone out, drop my chest on through. And exhale, scoop, thumbs begin to roll down as the hips press up. One more time, my neck is relaxed. I continue to press that foam roller out, open my thumbs up to the ceiling, extend my tailbone out, keep my abdominals engaged, and exhale, scoop as I gently begin to roll back up. I'm going to place both hands towards my left side, and I'm going to be thinking of rooting my right hip down to create space from my right side as the arms extend out. And exhale, scoop as I bring the foam roller in and press my hips forward. And inhale out. And exhale in. Both hands come to my right side now. I'm thinking of my left hip staying rooted down. And I inhale as I get that nice release from my whole side body. And exhale. So the only addition to the choreography here is that both arms are reaching to one side. And so letting the chest drop down on the inhale, and then exhale, scooping and pressing those hips forward to bring that foam roller in. One more time, inhaling. And then exhaling, scooping and bringing it back in. Separate those hands, we'll do one more time. So inhale, thumbs come up as the tailbone goes out and the chest drops on through. And exhale, scooping, rounding through the abdominals as we bring the foam roller in. Okay, from here we'll come down to a seated position. The foam roller will just be underneath our knees. We're going to find our best position here for our feet. They're drawing a number 11. We are actively pressing on our big toes, baby toes, and our heels. Holding in front of the shins, we're going to take a nice deep inhale to prepare. And then exhale, scoop around the low back, supporting ourselves with our arms. The arms are lengthening. Trying to find length through that spine. And exhale, think of bringing your forehead towards your knees. So you're really rounding into this tiny little ball. And then uncurl the spine to come back up to seated. One more time. Inhale, scoop and round it back. Just opening through the low back. Exhale, rounding it forward. Bringing that forehead towards your knees, the elbows bent. And sit it up nice and tall. Hands will reach out nice and long. Notice that those knees will not collapse into each other or come any further apart. And then scoop and then just round it back. to your challenge point, keeping those feet pressing down into the floor, and then exhale, bring it back up. So it's a small movement. Pretend as if we had that ball in between our knees, or maybe place it there if it gives you some assistance. Keeping those collarbones open and reaching back up. 2 more just like this, rounding the spine down and coming back up. Last one, we hold back. And then from here, your arm opens closest to me. Exhale, bring it back through center. Open away from me and exhale, bring it back through center. Take notice that your pelvis is stabilizing, so your legs are still staying nice and stable as you open away. So the rotation is just truly coming from your ribs, from your torso, and in. Inhaling, exhaling, bringing it back in. Last one, inhale, exhale, come back through center, and away, and center, and hold, and slowly continue rounding it down, down, down with control until our head is comfortably resting down. From here, we're going to use that foam roller for our bridging today. So we will place our heels, the whole arch on top of that foam roller. Your hands are going to help you here. You're going to be actively pressing down into the mat. Your glutes are going to be engaged, and you should feel the whole back of your leg active already. And actively pressing those feet down into that foam roller. From here, we'll take an inhale to prepare. As we exhale, we begin to curl that tailbone under as we begin to lift the hips up towards the ceiling. Holding, keeping your eyes set straight up towards the sky, and then slowly roll it down, 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 down with control. Inhaling to prepare again. Exhale. Shifting that pelvis up towards the ceiling. Try to really open through the front of those hips. And slowly rolling it down, down, down with control. Once the tailbone hits you, relax the glutes. And then again, one more time. Pelvis up, really articulating that spine. Trying to keep those ribs still knitted together as we open up through the front of the hips and slowly roll it down, down, down with control. We're going to add a little movement of the foam roller to work through the back of the legs a little bit more. Inhaling to prepare. And as we exhale, begin to lift the back up again, trying to keep those knees in line with our first and second toe. Holding here, trying to relieve any tension from your shoulders and your neck. We'll begin to press that foam roller out and in. Out towards our heels, and in, and out, and in. Trying to evenly bring it in. 4, 3, 4, 2. Last one, try to walk it back in a little bit more and lift up your hips, and then slowly round it down, 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 down with control, and release those hips back again. Keeping your feet up on that foam roller, I can think of reaching your toes over, so like a little birdie on a perch. We're going to bring our hands behind our head, and as we do this, we're interlacing the fingers, opening the collarbone so the shoulders come down and the elbows come slightly up, so they're cradling your head. Think of curling that tailbone under ever so slightly, just to protect that low back. And then from here, we'll inhale to prepare, and then as we exhale, we'll just bow up and down. So really think of your head pressing against your hands so that we can release that neck. And lifting. And down. One more. Keep pressing your feet into your foam roller to activate through the pelvic floor and little abdominals. Let's add some rotation. So as we bow up, we'll reach our right shoulder towards our left hip. And down. And switch. And down. 3 more sets. And down. And finding that connection from the feet to the abdominals as we press down into that foam roller. Keeping that pelvis nice and quiet as we rotate. We have one more here. Center. And towards the left. Center. Inhale here to prepare. Again, curl that tailbone under just slightly. As we exhale, we'll bow up. We're going to bring our hands behind our thighs, bow up just a little bit higher, and then from here, push that foam roller away and exhale, bring it back in. And away with our feet, exhale, bring it back in. And out, exhale, bring it back in. So here we're deepening that connection from your feet to your abdominals. As if it's with your abdominals, pulling that foam roller in. For 2. Last one. Hold it here. Bring those hands behind your head again. And rest the head down. Bring the legs completely together. This time we're going to add that same movement but to our obliques. Inhaling to prepare. As we exhale, we bow up. Reach both hands behind our left side. Make sure that that right shoulder stays down. And then we're here. We press our foam roller away. Exhale, bring it back in. Inhaling out. Exhale, bring it back in. Good. Just 6 more like this. And 5, 4, 3. Really feel that contraction with your oblique. 2. Last one. Hold it here. Come through center. Now hold it behind the right side. Lift yourself up a little bit higher. And send that foam roller away and back in. And away and back in. Feel that belly sink down as you bring that foam roller in. Here's 5. Lower that left shoulder. 4. And 3. And 2. Last one. Come back through center. Both hands are just reaching over your knees. 10 little pulses up. Up. And up. Here's 7. And 6. 5. 4. Tuck that chin. 3. 2. 1. Hold. And slowly roll it all the way down, down, down. Very good. From here, we're just going to extend our legs out. Keep them on top of that foam roller. We'll add a little hip releaser. Hands are just down by your sides. And then all we're going to do is as we exhale, we're going to bend the knees in. We're going to externally rotate those hips and press that foam roller away. Bring them back to parallel and bring that foam roller in. Externally rotate, open, and away. One more. In, externally rotate, and away. Hold it there. Keep that external rotation. Bring the foam roller with your knees wide. Bring it back up towards the ceiling and extend. And away, and wide, and bring it back in, and up towards the ceiling. One more time. And open, and away, and in. Hold those legs out. Bring them together. Foam roller resting underneath your ankles. Arms out towards the ceiling. Palms are going to be facing forward. And this time our arms are actually going to be helping us as we come into this roll up or transition. Inhaling to prepare. Bring those ribs in. Exhale, chin to the chest. We're facing into our cheekbones as we slowly reach up and over towards our toes. Think of that belly button coming in a position. Shoulders are still down. And slowly stack your spine back up to straight. From here, we'll just be seated. And I'm going to face you. We'll play with a little bit of rotation with our body and a little bit of arm work, still using our foam roller. And then for this one, I just want your shoulders down. You're going to be in your best seated position. If you need to place a cushion underneath your seat to help you with keep your seated posture with your legs crossed, that's perfect. All right. Now from here, all we're going to do is I want you to put a little bit of pressure into our foam roller as you bend your elbows and you reach them up. And maybe this might be a better chance with the side view. So we bend, think of your pectoral muscles here. Belly comes in as the arms stretch out. Keeping the elbows soft and reach them back out. 2 more, in and reach them back out. Last one, in, think of your lats and reach them back out and hold. We're going to add some rotation. So we're going to inhale as we rotate away from the center towards that wall. And then think of squeezing with your right hand, in my case, to bring it back forward. And inhale as we rotate towards the left. And my left hand is going to press into that foam roller as I bring it through center. My hips are staying nice and steady. I'm just gently pressing with my right hand to activate through my obliques to bring the foam roller back through center. Inhale as I rotate. Try to keep my nose in line with my sternum as I rotate. Inhale, get nice and tall. Exhale, squeeze with that arm as you come back through center. And inhale as you rotate towards the left. Left arm squeeze as the belly comes in as you come back through center. One more time. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, squeeze as we come back through center. Last one. Inhale, rotate. And exhale, squeeze as we come back through center. We keep the arms long, shoulders down. Little bit of pressure on that foam roller as the arms come up and down. If you're starting to feel tension on your neck, limit your range of motion. And down. And lift. And down. For 2. And down. Last one. And down. We're going to add some side bending. So for this, I will turn around so that you can see me. So we still have our arms long. We're lifting them up towards the ceiling. Again, playing with the range of motion of your shoulders. From here, I'm going to side bend towards my left as I think of rooting my right hip down. And again, just like with the rotation, I'm going to squeeze from my left hand into a foam roller to bring me back up. I inhale as I side bend towards my right, keeping my left hip down, and I squeeze from my right hand to come back up. Good. And inhale, reach. And squeeze as we come back up. Good. Thinking of your opposite hip staying rooted down and your head staying in line with the rest of your spine as we side bend. So it's not a collapse through the side, but it's a reaching up and over. Good, we have 2 more sets here. Using that breath. Last one. And again, if this is pinching into your shoulders, just lower that foam roller so it's slightly more in front of you. And bring it back up. And lower it down. Let's do a couple of shoulder rolls here. I'll come back to that side view. The foam roller will now come underneath our knees. Go leg all the way down. Lift your hips up and place that foam roller underneath your sacrum. So it's that flat bony part. Now from here, I actually want you to have a little bit of a tuck of the tailbone just to keep that low back protected. We'll place our hands on our foam roller and we'll bring our legs into a tabletop position, one at a time. From here, when you extend them out towards the ceiling, they're going to be nice and parallel. So this is going to be a little bit of leg work and upward. So I really want you to think of engaging through the whole back side of your leg. Create your own tension, almost think as if you could wrap your muscles around the bones. And then from here, we'll inhale as we lower them down. Exhale, bring it back up. So as we lower the legs, we'll take a nice deep inhale and only go as far as you don't feel your back wanting to change on that foam roller or your abdominals wanting to dome up. And bring it in. 3 more. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Try to keep relaxed through the neck, through the shoulders. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. And this is one of those exercises where you can kind of gauge how your body's feeling that day or when you want to challenge yourself. Every day will be different. And bring it back in. From here, externally rotate through the hips so our heels will come together, toes apart, and the space in between our toes only as big as our fist. Same motion here. Inhale as we lower. Exhale comes back up. And inhale as we lower. Exhale comes back up. Again, being mindful and honest with our bodies of our range of motion, not letting those abdominals dome up and our backs change. Good. We have 2 more here. And at any point, if you need to adjust a foam roller for your body, please do. And up. On the next one, you're going to reach them down to your challenge point. From here, we'll go into frogs. We're going to flex as you bend those knees in and think of the energy through your glutes as the legs extend. And bend and lengthen. Feel those inner thighs sitting up together as the legs reach them out to the diagonal and flex, bend, and point, lengthen. For 3. Lengthen. For 2. Lengthen. Last one. lengthen, reach, and bring it back up towards the ceiling. From here, a little bit of a walking like motion. So we're still having that external rotation. And all we will do is we're gonna bring your low arch to your left heel and then switch. So we're taking little steps and little steps. They're nice and controlled. And again, we're only going as far down as we can feel that support in our abdominals and in our low back. And then from here, we walk it back up, up, up. So connecting that low arch to your heel. Nice. We'll take it back down. And just walking. As we were on the tower unit, we would have those loops on our feet, those springs, and back up. That external rotation should help with those hip flexors. Not getting too chatty. Down, 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 down. So it's not a bouncy movement, it's a controlled movement. And up, 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 up. About 8 steps to get us to a challenge. Last one. Nice. Beautiful. From here, we come back up, 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 lifting towards the ceiling and holding here. Now, I want us to work into some large leg circles. That's a way to nourish our hips. So from here, I want you to drop your legs, towards your upper body. We'll separate them out, circle around, and not think of sending the legs away so much as if they come up more towards the ceiling. And you let them drop towards you, feeling a nice release in the low back. Open out, up, and back towards the ceiling. Exhale as I drop them down. Inhale as I circle up, and back up to the ceiling. And again, I exhale as I drop them towards me. Circle them out and just feel that freedom of motion here as the head of your femur freely rotates around that hip joint. And back up. And we're just going to reverse it. We'll go out, down, in, and up. Good. In, out, down, in, and up. For 2, out, down, in, and up. And last one, out, down, in, and all the way down. From here, I want you to hold behind your right thigh as your left leg reaches up to the ceiling. Point through those toes and just allow that left leg to reach on down as you curl that tailbone under. Just feel a nice release through the front of the hip. If you wish to add here, you can add tiny little knee stirs with that bent knee. Reversing the direction. Bringing it through center. Carefully bringing that other leg in. Holding behind the left thigh this time as your right toes point to the ceiling. And allow that right leg to reach on down. Really let it open up through that front of the hip. You can add those tiny little knee stirs again, just deepening your stretch, but again, not being aggressive with your tissue, being kind to it. And reverse. Continue to breathe. Nice. Come through center. You're going to bend that, place that right foot on the floor, bend the knee, and then have the other leg meet it. You're gonna have your hands on your foam roller. And all I want you to do is to keep on curling that tailbone under. All we're going to do is just keep on opening the front of those hips. Without actually lifting, it's almost as if we're in a supported bridge position. And then just relax it down. Keep those abdominals in, don't let those ribs flare out. And open. And release. One more time, open. Lift those hips up a little bit more and push that foam roller away from you as you slowly round it down, down with control. Okay, from here, we're gonna place that foam roller again underneath our heels. This time, adding it as a little bit of a challenge as we roll up for transition. So our feet are gonna be flexed. Arms will come up towards the ceiling. We'll inhale to prepare. This time, try to keep the arms maybe up by our ears, but keeping those ribs staying together. As I exhale, begin to look into my cheekbones as I slowly begin to articulate my spine up, pressing my legs down into that foam roller, reaching for my toes, rounding, holding out, and slowly stacking my spine back up to straight. Alrighty, from here, we're gonna finish up with a little bit of quadruped work. And for that, all we're going to do is we're going to bring our knees on top of that foam roller. Our wrists are gonna be down on the floor. If this is too aggressive on the wrist, you can have your fists down, or you can fold up your mat so there's a little bit of a lift for your wrist. Now from here, all we're going to do is I'm gonna have my toes curled under, my sternum's pressing up towards the ceiling. It's almost like in that preparation for a plank. You're gonna stretch your right leg out, curl that tailbone under, and then just lift and lower, and lift and lower. 2, lower, last one, lower, hold it up to hip height, curl that tailbone under, again, flex through that foot as you open up to the side, bring it back in, and out to the side, and bring it back in. Trying as much as you can to keep that leg just traveling in the same line of motion. Pointing the toes, lift, out, lower, in and up. Lift, out, lower, in and up. 2 more, in and up. Last one, lower and up. Let's gather ourselves again. Curl that tailbone under, lower that right hip, and as we lower, out, in and up. Out, in and up. For 2, in and up. Last one, hold it up. Bring that knee back down, sit back towards your heels. Good, taking a knee down here. Exhale, we come back up again. Keep those toes curled under, sternum up towards the ceiling, back up the neck nice and long. Left toes go out. Curl that tailbone under as we lift, tap the toes down. Lift and tap the toes down for 3. Last one. Hold it up. Curl that tailbone under again. Flex that foot as we open it out to the side, back in. Out to the side, back in. Keep thinking of that left hip. Evenly facing the floor. Last one, hold it here. Point through the toes. We're going to go up, down, in and out. Keep that tailbone curled under, in and out. 2 more, in and out. Last one, in and out. Hold. Curl that tailbone under again as we drop, go up, then around. Reverse in the direction of our circle. We just have 2 more. Last one. Bring it back in and reach it down. Sit it back down, curl that tailbone under. We're gonna finish with an Eve's lunge today. So for this, you're gonna bring your right foot forward, which is the most challenging part here. Keep that left kneecap right on top of that foam roller. Your back foot hits flexed, and think of your knee right on top of that heel. From here, we'll bring your right arm up, left hand, not right hand, onto your thigh, and think of curling that tailbone under and sending that left hip forward, right hip back. And you can stay here and just keep those shoulders right over your hips and just feel that openness through the front of the hip. If you want to add more, you can lift the left arm up to the ceiling and side bend towards the right. Again, keeping the shoulders down, inhale here, and then as you exhale, carefully coming back up, placing that left hand down on the floor, right hand down on the floor. Now from here, we're going to shift our hips back as we allow that front leg to open and lift the front toes up. We can move forward and back again, and forward and back again, and bring it in. Bring that right hand in front of or inside of your right foot, and lift that leg and send it away. Now that right knee is resting on the foam roller as the left leg comes forward. Both hands are on either side of it. Feel that right kneecap really be supported by that foam roller and your front knee right on top of your heel. From here, place your left hand on your thigh, right hand on your thigh as we come up. So in order to stay balanced here, I almost want you to pretend as if you could bring your legs together so there's an activation of the inner thighs. We're gonna think right hip forward, left hip back, and we're gonna curl that tailbone under so you can really feel that stretch in the front of that hip. From here, you can stay here and just take a few breaths. Or if you want to, you can add that right arm lifting up towards the ceiling and side bending towards the left. You could come out of it a few times and reach. Just feeling a nice stretch through the hip flexor group, almost in your psoas too. You can almost feel it all the way up. Last one. Place your right hand down. Bring that right hand all the way to the floor. Left hand comes to the outside of the foot. Now we're going to think of shifting the hips back as the toes lift. And we try to stretch through the back of the leg. Think left hip forward, hip back, and bring it in. And again. Shifting and reaching forward. One more time. And bring it forward. Place both hands on the inside of your leg. And from here, use your abdominals to shift that leg back and behind you. Come on back from the foam roller. And let's come back to that starting position where we're sitting on our heels. Hands placing on the foam roller. Thumbs go up as we reach it on out. Opening through that back. Dropping that chest under, keeping the neck long. And then exhale, scoop and bring it back in. And one more time up. And in. Beautiful. From here, we are completely done. So we just take a couple of deep breaths. Just sit back. Thank yourself for making time out for yourself today. And just take another deep inhale. And deep exhale. One more. Exhale. A couple of shoulder rolls here. And thank you so much. Hopefully I'll get to see you soon and stay safe out there.